only because it's September and because I know I'm not the only woman going through something like this, and reaching out and to show some support. So here it goes. So since 2009, I have been suffering from a dermoid cyst. And what that is that it's basically a benign tumor on my ovary, and it could cut off the blood supply to my ovary, killing the eggs. It sounds kind of worse than what it is, but it is still bad. So in 2009, they first discovered it when I was in high school. Ending my junior year, going to my senior year of high school, they found it because I had a lot of pain in my pelvic area. Went to the doctors. They want to take it out immediately, but we decided to get a second opinion on it. They took it out using laparoscopy. Second time it came back was in college during my sophomore year at Eastern, and they found it in November. We wanted to take it out over winter break, but I decided to wait because the first surgery kept me down for so long. I didn't want to have to rush to go back to school. So we decided to wait until the summer. But by that time, the cyst has grown so big that it was showing, and it was pushing my organs out, making me look as if I was 6 months pregnant. And I actually did get a lot of questions if I was pregnant at the time. No, it was just my cyst. So it had 2 gallons of fluid in it, like I said, and so then I had to take it out using similar methods to what would be considered a C-section, but with a smaller scar. So they said if it comes back again, we have to be more aggressive. This summer, it came back again. So my doctor suggested that this time around, we take out my ovary in a procedure called oophorectomy. It's one of the hardest decisions that I have to make, and it sucks because, you know, an ovary is what makes me a woman. You know, that's something that we have. It's holding all my eggs. So it's the other one, but it's just like that's what makes me me. You know, but to have to take out one of my ovaries is life-changing, and it might put my hormones, haywired, and might have my other ovary go into shock after the procedure. But until then, my doctor and I decided to just wait. Currently, the cyst I have inside of me is about as big as they said a plum. So, and the cyst is as big as a plum. An ovary is about a little bit smaller than a walnut. So the cyst is bigger than the ovary, which is very dangerous for a number of reasons. One, because it can cut off my fallopian tube, killing the ovary inside of me, and cutting off all the blood supply. Or 2, because it's so big and I'm an active person, it could just bust open and leak everything in there. Women suffer with cysts all the time. Mine's a dermoid cyst, which means that it has solid in there. It has cells from hair, skin, teeth, and nail cells in there. And other cysts might have fluid, so that way they're able to dissolve. Mine have not been able to dissolve because it's a dermoid cyst and because it has solids in there. I wanted to share this video in the beginning of September, but I was a little bit nervous, and I just don't know how a lot of people would take it. I just don't want no one to feel sorry for me. I told a few people in my family and some friends, but for the most part, it's been under wraps. So I'll be having surgery again. We're going to wait until 1 or 2 things happen. It gets bigger in size, or I get an extreme pain, or worst case scenario, it busts open and I would experience similar pain as you would if your appendix busted. So September is Ovarian Cancer Awareness Month, and even though this isn't cancer at all, it has no ties to cancer, I understand women who have to make these life-changing decisions such as I do, whether to take out your ovary or to take out your uterus in a hysterectomy. It's tough. It's hard. It's not easy. And sometimes it kind of makes you feel, unwomanly. To have to remove your breast, to do anything that takes away an organ that makes you a woman is not easy at all. So I understand. I'm sorry. I understand what a lot of women are going through. I understand what a lot of women are going through. And to be so young and have to take out one of my ovaries when I haven't even been able to produce kids is just so scary. Because, worst case scenario is that a tumor comes back on the left side. And it hasn't came on the left side, it's only been on the right side. And that's why I'm taking out the right ovary. But nobody knows. And I can't keep having surgery for the same reasons. It came back for the third time since 2009. So if this tumor wants to come back and wants to continue changing what I have going on in my life and altering my workouts and my physical activity and limiting that because of the fear that it might bust or cut off my ovary, I decided to be just as aggressive as the cyst is. And I decided that I'm going to donate my eggs, my right ovary, to women who are unable to have children. I feel like it'd be a waste on my end to just take my ovary out without even trying to donate the eggs. So I'm going to become an egg donor. I'm going to become an egg donor and donate the eggs that are in my right ovary before I decide to take it out, and before this cyst/tumor can get the best of me. Again, I'm not looking for sympathy. I don't want it. I don't need it. This is just something that I think we all should know about. I know I'm not the only person going through this. I know I'm not. And if you know someone who's had a similar situation where they had to remove a part of them, just let me know. Because I would love to talk to you. I love to get to know you. So, thank you for your time. Sorry for my tears. Such a baby. And I appreciate all the support I have gotten from my friends and family thus far. I'll be documenting my time trying to be an organ donor. But until then, make sure you guys wear teal in September for Ovarian Cancer Awareness Month. And hug your mothers. Call them. You really never know what people are going through on the inside and what battles they're struggling with. But I'm going to look back on this in a few years, maybe even a decade, maybe 2 decades, and see this as a testimony, not a battle. Have a good week. And know that If God is for you, who can be against you?